Yeah, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the special session on valuation, how to do the valuation using the plinth area method of cost of construction for as per CPWD schedule. There is nothing new in this session, and we don't have anything to teach you as a civil engineer, because all of us have already learned in detail this topic during our school or college life as an engineer in BTech or BArch or BE Civil. This is exactly the same as we have already learned during our final year of technical education. Estimation and costing. That at that time the topic was named as estimation and costing. I don't know what it is named as on date, but it was named as estimation and costing. Now it is a very important topic because some of the reports of our senior valuers have been challenged by various tribunals while giving their reports for this capital gain purpose or any income tax purpose or any other purpose. And this is very much included in the syllabus of 50 hours education program in cost approach. But unfortunately, due to lack of time or due to some other assignments, few of our members have not paid much attention to learn or to give proper concentration on this topic. Hence, we have taken the initiative by the as per the directions of our President and CEO, Dr. Arvinder Singh Bansal, to organize a special session for this purpose to make our existing members more convenient to use this method while giving any valuation for any taxation purpose or capital gain purpose, as well as because it is a part of a syllabus of 50 hours, a few candidates of 22nd batch are also allowed to join this session to gain their knowledge for more expertise and more precious for clearing the examination during this session. Without wasting much time, I would like to request our faculty for this session. He is none other than our CEO and President, Dr. Arvinder Singh Bansal, the guiding light of this organization. Welcome, sir, and good morning.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Sandeep ji.
Yeah, I would like to request you to please take the charge for further session.
Thank you, sir, and good morning to all of you, and welcome to this session of training.
Good morning.
Some of the candidates are from MEP and some of them are from CEP.
Good morning, Rajendra ji. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Today we will be discussing
morning, sir. Good morning.
Methods. Good morning, which we will be using. Morning. Good morning. Good morning to all of you. We will be discussing some methods by which you can do valuation as well as estimation of building. As far as capital gain tax is concerned, there mostly we use plinth area method. But sometimes when you do valuation for income tax purposes, so when some client comes to you, he has got some notice from the concerned department that you have spent so much amount on the construction of your building, which is beyond your known sources of income. In that case, what happens? You cannot use plinth area method there. Then to defend yourself and to defend your client, you have to use this detailed cost estimation method, which you have, all of you as an engineer or as an architect have done during your course study and have been using or might have been using during your day-to-day work. And second thing is when you do valuation for capital gain purpose. In capital gain purpose, you know the tax is applied capital gain tax has to be paid by the person who has sold his property based upon the index cost of acquiring, acquisition, and index cost of selling. The difference on this difference, about 20% tax is applied if it is long-term capital gain, and 30% tax is applied if it is short-term capital gain. Now, in that case, see the difference. When you are doing valuation, and you are doing valuation for income tax purpose, where you have to find only the cost of construction. There, your aim is to have least possible value. And at the same time, your aim is that you are able to defend whatever you have given as cost of construction. And when you are doing valuation for capital gain purpose, now here it is opposite. Here you have to give maximum value for construction, because you know, as far as capital gain purpose is concerned, there are two things when you do valuation for capital gain purpose. One is land, and second component is building. Now, as far as land component is concerned, now what they have said, the act says that you have take the minimum of market value or guideline value as on 1st April 2001. Generally, we do valuation for capital gain purpose based upon 1st April 2001, which is a base year for calculating capital gain, as all of you know. And in that case, as far as land value is concerned, you cannot take market value or you cannot take guideline value. You have to take minimum of the two. Now the second component is building. Now, as far as building is concerned, now here your aim will be to have maximum value of the building, so that when you index it, it will result in higher construction value. But at the same time, it's your duty to defend you and your client. Now see here, what can we do? As far as plinth area rates are concerned, two types of plinth area rates are available to you. One, plinth area rates which are given by your state department, state PWD. And the second one is the rate which is given by Central Public Works Department, CPWD. And you can take for income tax purposes. Generally, you see the plinth area rates given by CPWD are on higher sides as compared to the plinth area rates governed by the PWD department. So naturally, you will go for the higher plinth area rates, and income tax authorities have allowed to use CPWD rates to you. So when you are doing valuation for banking purpose, of course, you will be using plinth area rates given by your concerned state department, public works department. But when you are doing valuation for capital gain purposes, you can use, and CPWD has allowed you to use plinth area rates given by CPWD, because they are on the somewhat higher side as compared to plinth area rates given by PWD departments of your state. And second thing, when you have to do calculation building cost of construction, here you have to calculate a depreciated replacement cost of the building. So you know depreciated replacement cost. In case of depreciated replacement cost of building, you have to apply depreciation. So as far as depreciation is concerned, do you know there are three methods? One method is straight line method, the second method is linear method, and third one is sinking fund method. Now here your aim will be to have lowest percentage of depreciation, because lower the percentage of depreciation, higher will be the depreciated replacement cost. So as all of you know, which method will give you lowest depreciation percentage? Anyone?
Sinking fund.
So naturally, sinking fund method will give you the lowest percentage of depreciation. And there is much difference between straight line, linear, and sinking fund. We will see with an example that there is very large difference between the three. Approximately straight line method and the constant percentage method, they are at par, will give you almost similar value or difference of 1 or 2 lakh at the most. But when you do valuation with sinking fund method, it will give you a huge difference. So you have to do valuation according to the needs, which method you have to apply. When you have to do valuation for banking purpose, naturally you will be using plinth area rates and depreciation based upon straight line method or linear method or WDV method. But when you are doing valuation for capital gain purposes, you will be using sinking fund method of depreciation. So now it should be clear to you that when you are calculating cost of construction, you have to use detailed cost estimate. And when you have to calculate value for capital gain purposes, you can use plinth area method and use CPWD plinth area rate and apply depreciation based upon sinking fund. Now we will be discussing some methods which you can use for calculating depreciation, for calculating estimated cost of the building. So same methods you can apply for calculating for giving whenever you are doing valuation for banking. At the same time, many times you have to give estimate of cost of construction. And the same method you can apply and give estimate of cost of construction. So
friends, I request everyone to please keep a piece of paper or notebook, pen and calculator so that you can be able to understand various things while doing the calculations.
see, there are different methods. We have already discussed these methods in detail during our 50 hours MEP. All of you must be conversant with this method. Now, how to apply these methods for different purposes? So first method is plinth area rate method, plinth area rate method. Second is cubic rate method. Third one is service unit method. Fourth one is Bay method. Next is approximate quantities method, and then cost analysis method, or we can say detailed cost estimate. So in plinth area or square meter method, what we do? To prepare an estimate by this method, first of all, we calculate the plinth area of a building. So plinth area is worked out from the floor area or carpet area or covered area or remote area of the building. Similarly, circulation area should be known in order to calculate plinth area of the building. And all of you must be conversant with how to calculate plinth area of a building as per IS 3801 2000.
ਬੱਚੇ ਟੰਗੀਆਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਈਆਂ ਪ੍ਰਕਾਰ ਟੰਗੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਉਹ
Please mute yourself. Jispal ji, please mute yourself.
Sorry.
So plinth area you calculate, and then how this plinth area rate will be applied. We will be taking an example which you can use for capital gain purpose. If you have to use it for banking purpose, please use plinth area rates given by your concerned state PWD. So we are taking one example that how you can use that. You might have been using all these things during your day-to-day work, but we will be doing some examples to make the things clear to the new entrants in this field. We are taking an example. Suppose plinth area of is you calculate it comes out to be 120 square meter as an example. So specifications followed are typically higher class government quarters, namely load bearing walls, type of construction on spread footings with second class teak wood shutters, RCC slabs, mud fusca terracing, cement plaster with cement mortar 1:6, etc. And with vitrified tiles are provided, let us suppose. So another things given to you is known to you is that this construction was done in the year 2010, and its cost index in the year 2010 as on 1st April based upon 1st April 2001 is 167, and cost index for 2021 with base 1st April 2001 is 370, and cost index for 2022 with base 1st April 2001 is 331. This is the data which you have collected. So now you can go to, this is a site where you can check the rates given by CPWD plinth area rates.
सर आवाज नहीं आ रही.
From the site, you can check the rates which are given in PWD, the CPWD plinth area rates. You will check that rate for particular type of construction is as on one, because plinth area rates are available for 2021. So rate is 17640, and load bearing wall construction height 3 meters, single story building, it is 120 square meter area, rate is 1760, and amount comes out to be 21,16,800. This is as per CWD plinth area rates 1st April 2021. Second one is extra for making stronger foundations to take load of additional stories. So because when you construct a building, your aim is that today if it is single story building, at some time you may have to make it double story, has to convert it into double story. For that you need stronger foundation. So this is done at the time of providing foundation of the structure. So we assume that though the building is single story, the foundation has been constructed for bearing the load of second story or the first floor also. So For single story area is 120, for double story area will be 240. So for foundation, you have to take, when you use this thing for foundation, you have to take area as 240. For 120, you can use it for 120 if it is for single story only. If you consider that building may be of second floor may be provided at any further time, you can take it to be 240 and the rate is 620 per square meter. So it rate comes out to be value, amount comes out to be 1,48,800. So this is also as per CWD plinth area rates given in 1st April 2021. Then for termite proof treatment along the walls below the concrete or masonry apron using chemical emulsion at 2.25 meters per linear meter, including drilling, plugging, etc. This is for termite proofing. So if the length is 44 meter, we will check it with the drawing of the building. You can calculate the perimeter of the walls, which is 44 meter. Here you have to take perimeter of the walls. Rate is 44.7 and it comes out to be 1966.18. This is, so as far as calculation is concerned, you need two things. One, you need is CPWD plinth area rate. Second, you need is the daily schedule of DSR. This item is given in DSR 2.5.3.5.2. This is for reference. This reference will come in handy at the time of defending your work. And then overhead tank will be provided. If you its rate is 20 rupees per liter. If 1000 liter water tank has been provided, we assume, then the cost will be 20,000. Then internal water supply and sanitation, it is given 9% on the cost of construction, means 9% of 21,16,800. So it will be 1,90,512. Civil external connections of water supply and electric external connection rate is given as 1.25% by CPWD plinth area rates, and it comes out to be 1.25% of 21,16,800. So it is 26,460. Similarly, for electrical external connection rate is given as 3.7%, 75%. It includes security, etc. Then amount comes out to be 79,380. And internal electric connections rate is 1.25%. So 12.45% of 21,16,800, it comes out to be 2,64,600. And then for local body approvals, it is 1.25% of the cost of construction, and it comes out to be 26,460. Then boundary wall 1500 millimeter high, or we can say 1.5 meter high with gates. 9,550 meters is per meter, and the rate is 30. This is the length in millimeters, and 36 meter rate is 36, and it comes out to be 3,43,800. And if you get total is 3,21,832,18,778. Now see, thus these plinth area rates are for 2021, which is 370, and cost index for 2022 is 331. So if you are doing valuation in 2022, it means you have to apply index cost. Increase it from 3.17 to 3.31. Increase is from 3.17 to 3.31. So how much it has increased, you can apply it. That 331 upon 3, you have to multiply it with 331 upon 370 to index, to bring it to the level of 2022.
Friend, this is the most important point in this slide. Up to point number 10, we all know how to calculate each and everything. But most of us forgot to apply the indexing over this cost, because it may be the different year in which CPWD has issued the plinth area rates, and you may be calculating for another year or a different year for this. If you forget to apply this indexation, then your report can be challenged by the income tax tribunal or any court, and you will have to face certain complications out of it. So please don't forget to apply this last step after calculating. Up to the last step, there is nothing new. But in the last step, we almost every senior valuer forgot to apply this indexation. That is why we are facing certain complications after submitting our reports to the taxation department. And valuation shall always challenge this report if they found any problem in this. Yes, sir.
So this is the plinth area rates of 2021 given by CPWD. It is available on the internet. You can use this link to find it out. So see here the rates which we have applied. Floor height, as far as concerned, you have to take floor height 3 meter and rate is 17640, which we have used. So it depends upon what is the height of the building. If it is 3.6 meter, you can do accordingly. And it has given for next set of 6 stories. This is up to 3-story, 6-story building. For additional stories, you can use this thing. And if it is for every 0.3 meter part, if the height is more, then you can add 370. For every additional 0.3 meter or part of that, for example, for 3.6 meter, 3 meter, you can use additional 370 rupees. Then for making, see here, for making stronger foundation to take a load of 1 additional floor at a later stage, which we have used, it is 620. It generally we composite structure is provided. Composite structure means load bearing walls are provided, and then at the corners you provide columns to make it earthquake resistant structures. And to make stronger structures, we generally provide load bearing walls, and at the corners columns are provided, and at plinth level and at roof level beams are provided. That is called composite structure. So we generally provide composite structure for which the rate is 620. It is given in the plinth area rates. Then for additional, you can see here this internal water supply and sanitary installations 12%. Then for external connections 3.75%. External service connections, civil external connections 1.25%, local body approvals 1.25%, internal electric connections 12.5%. These rates you can percentage you can take. It is on building cost. As per 1.0 above. So in this way, you can use the plinth area rates for calculating the cost of the structure. If you have any doubt, we can discuss it. And for that, you can use Excel sheets. You can prepare Excel sheets. Once one Excel sheet is prepared, and you can use it in any method.
Sir, one question.
Yes, sir.
Sir, normally, sir, in banking valuation, after considering the plinth area rates, sir, we do consider the open area flooring and other architectural work and internal decoration, etc. So normally in this capital gain, we don't take that.
So we can take these items, but only thing is you need to have knowledge to defend your valuation. If you can defend, of course you can take. If many other items may be there, if the open area is provided with flooring, it may be that lot of interior work has been done, lot of exterior work has been done, but the thing is that you need to know what rate you have to apply, and what, and in case what depreciation you have to apply, what rate you have to apply. You should be conversant with the market rates, and you should have documentary proofs of proving them at a later stage. So it is basically, you have to remember that one or the other day you may have to defend your valuation before income tax authorities. And if you can do that, you can add many number of items, any number of items. This is just as an example. Or maybe that if there all these things are not there, maybe if you are doing valuation in for a village property, these local body approvals are not needed.
Yes.
Maybe certain items are not needed. Maybe it is boundary wall has not been provided. So it will depend upon the conditions. You can add any number of items, but add only that item for which you have proof of rates, so that you are able to defend your valuation at a later stage.
Sir, I want to add something.
Yes.
In case if you closely examine the Income Tax Act 1961, there is a depreciation schedule given in that. And if you closely examine that schedule, most of the interior works like wood or POP and other things, they are having 100% depreciation in a year. If you are calculating anything after a year, then they will be depreciated 100%. Then you have to do a lot of work for zero value. Means you have to calculate each and everything. You have to derive that item. You have to derive the rates of that item. Some rates may not be available in the DSR or SSR or any other schedule. You have to apply everything for it, and at the end of the report, you need to apply the depreciation. If depreciation is 100%, then you are doing everything for nothing. Then that's why most of the interior items are not taken in the CPWD, and they are also not recommended to be included in the banking valuation also, because at the time of sale, it may be past, the time has been passed for 5 or 10 years. Then most of the items will be having zero value, or even some of the items may need some rectification or modification after it, and you need to invest a lot of money for keeping them as intact as they were at the time of doing your valuation or submitting a report. That's why it is not recommended to include any of such type of interior works which are depreciated, which are having depreciation more than 100% in a year. Yes, sir, please continue.
So this, as Sandeep ji have rightly said, it is up to you. If you can defend yourself, if you can do rate analysis, you can add. But remember, it is you and only you who have to defend the valuation given by you. Of course, in the banking sectors, also one or the other day, you may have to defend your valuation. But see here, see, you will be having much difference. Your work will be half done if you are using CPWD rate. Compare it with your PWD rates. There is huge difference between the two. You may check. It may not be more than 14,000. It is approximately 13,000 something. You have already done a lot of help to your client by doing so. So our main aim was to make you conversant. All of you might have been doing all these things during your day-to-day work, but just to make the new entrants conversant with it. And if you are having any doubt, so as to clear it. So for that, you can make a spreadsheet. So see here, if you change this, it automatically everything will be changed. So in 2 days, it is very important to have certain knowledge of a spreadsheet.
Sir,
So
my
this is-
question.
Yes, sir.
सर जो प्लिंथ एरिया लिया जैसे 120 स्क्वायर मीटर, तो जो छज्जे होंगे मान लो 1-1 मीटर है अराउंड चारों तरफ, तो वो भी हम कैलकुलेट करेंगे
Sir,
सर?
मैं अभी please hold on. We will discuss everything about plinth area rate. If you plinth area, how to calculate that, we will do everything after some time. After completing this slide, we will do. We will learn how to calculate plinth area. If you have any doubt, what things are to be added and what things are not to be added, we will discuss this. Okay.
Sir, one more question.
Yes, sir.
Sir, in this CPWD rates and the state PWD rate, sir, we normally find the rates for non-residential building and the residential building. Sir, non-residential includes offices, hospitals, schools, colleges, something like that. But sir, what about industrial structures, which are
Where you have for industrial structures, you have to do your own and rate analysis. Otherwise, CPWD rates have been given for godown buildings. They have not given it for industrial building. They have given it for godown buildings.
okay?
So you can modify these rates according to your need. Otherwise, you have to calculate it yourself. Some of the states are given as Tamil Nadu PWD. They have given rates. You can take the rates from the Tamil Nadu PWD plinth area rate, and you can modify it according to your state. What items are to be taken, what items are not to be taken. Otherwise,
Sir, for cold storage building, there is a PWD rates is there, sir. Cold storage building.
sir, that is what I have said, that not all the states have given. Certain states have given rates. Some of the states, as Tamil Nadu has given, Tamil Nadu PWD has given, and of course their rates are exhaustive. But in most of the states, only 1 or 2 pages are there. Only residential or non-residential buildings for plinth area rates are given. Basically, plinth area rates are only for calculating rough cost estimate. You know, it is for their departmental work. Mostly in case when you go for construction of a private building, no, you cannot find any contractor who can do work based upon PWD plinth area rates. In the market, actual rates are much higher as compared to plinth area rates. No one will be ready to do work in your state based upon plinth area rates.
Can I
Even,
add something, Rajendra ji?
yes,
Can
sir.
I add?
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
Basically, these estimates are made for the contextual documents, mostly by
Yes,
the
sir.
CPWD with the central government departments. So this may not be applicable for our estimating here in
Yes,
this.
yes, sir.
This is basically for the contractual things.
So,
This is my experience.
basically, thing is that when you are doing valuation, but it is off the record, and most of the times you will be getting not more than 2,000 rupees for a valuation. And if
Right.
you have to do detailed cost estimate, you need at least 5 to 6 hours for doing all the calculations.
With this
And nobody
calculation, it is almost touching 3,000 rupees per square feet, which
Yes,
is not so
Is
in
more-
the present system.
So that is why I have said that we can use it in to corporate capital, sorry, for cost of construction, for income tax purposes, they have allowed.
Correct, correct.
Yes.
Right.
So, but not for banking purpose. For banking purposes, you have to use PWD, your state PWD rates. There, this rate is not more than 13,000 most of the cases. Why this huge difference is we cannot explain, but there is difference. And of course, they have allowed, then we can help our client by using this rate. But as far as banking valuation is concerned, we cannot do that because we will not be able to defend our valuation for banking purpose. It is particularly for capital gain, sorry, for cost of construction for income tax purposes.
Sir?
Yes, sir.
Sir, for income tax purpose, are we bound to use only CPWD rate or we can use any central government?
No.
Other
All central government departments are using CPWD rates. Sir.
No, sir. Like defense MES, they are having their separate rates, sir. And there also comes under central government. So can we use their rate or only CPWD rate?
For you can use CPWD rates. They generally income tax departments use CPWD rates.
Okay, sir.
Maybe that MES they are basically derived from CPWD. Even MES and other departments,
Sir.
They may have their separate rates, but there may not be much difference. If it is 1640, it will be nearer to this. You can check it. They might have changed the name, plinth area rates for CPWD to plinth area rate MES. But mostly they adopt the same rates because DSR you say the same DSR used by MES.
Okay, sir.
But every department give its name. Basically, plinth area rates are given by the concerned PWD department. But if irrigation has to use, they will not call it PWD rates. They will call irrigation plinth area rates. Similarly, MES will call plinth area rates MES plinth area rates. They will not call it CPWD plinth area rate. But of course, the rates will be same. You can check it.
Okay, sir.
So this is one of the methods for which you can use for capital gain purposes. So you can see how you can calculate the plinth for indexing. After indexing, this value comes out to be 33,60,933. Now this building was constructed in 2001. And we are doing 2010, and we are doing valuation in 2022. So we will apply depreciation to it. So here I have applied depreciation on straight line methods. So building is 12-year-old, assuming the life of the building as 60 years. So 1.5% will be the depreciation every year. So you calculate depreciation based upon straight line method, and therefore the value of the building comes out to be 27,56,000. You can apply this. And now so we see that if we apply,
This is actually cost on date, sir. Well, how we can say valuation?
sir, it
Cost
is
of
basically
construction.
cost of construction. In it too, you have to add cost of the land. This is just for calculating how the cost of construction is to be calculated.
Okay.
I am not saying that this is the value of the building. This is cost of construction, sir.
Yes, sir.
सर इन पंजाब जो सिया शहर है उसमें कोई ऐसा मतलब रफ कॉस्ट एस्टिमेट के लिए कोई प्रिंट एरिया रेट नहीं है मतलब डिटेल्ड
CSR में नहीं है सर. You can have plinth area rates from your PWD site. पंजाब PWD की साइट से जाके you can download plinth area rates.
ओके सर
Or you can have one copy from their friends, even from their department.
ओके
I think you have retired from Panchayati Raj department.
हाँ जी सर
Yes, sir.
खुद ही
Yes, sir. You
कैलकुलेट
can-
कर
Yes,
दे
you
आर
can
हैविंग
have-
दे आर हैविंग वेरियस एस्टिमेट्स मतलब उसी में से ड्रा करते हो डिराइव रेट होते हैं वो मतलब उसमें से कोई फिक्स्ड रेट नहीं है
नहीं सर, plinth area rates है given. It is given plinth area
Okay.
rates. So this is how you can use plinth area rates of CPWD. So we will be taking an example how basically capital gain tax is calculated. So in an inherited old house constructed about 20 years back, but still in a very well-maintained condition, was sold at Mittu Basti, Jalandhar in January 2019. The area of the plot is 2,000 square meter and area of the house is 400 square meter. The property was sold for rupees 3 crore 50 lakh. Rates of residential plots in Mittu Basti in the year 2001 was 1,200 per square meter. Replacement cost of the house in 2001 can be taken as 5,000 per square meter. Find the indexed cost of acquisition. Here you have to find the indexed cost of acquisition. So now the building is approximately 80 years old, but we assume that it can be, we assume that building can be, the house is well-maintained condition. The future life as of 2001 based upon inspection carried by the valuer can be taken as 35 years. Now let us suppose the total age is 75, total life is 75 and age of the building is 35. When you look, go to do the valuation, you see that it can be, it has been renovated recently and its age can be taken as 35 years and total age can be taken as 75 years. The total life can be taken. This is just to make the things clear how you can proceed. So value of the land value is given as 1,200 per square meter and 2,000 square meter is the area. So 2,000 into. Please mute yourself, Gupta ji. SN Gupta ji. SN Gupta ji, please mute yourself. So 2,000 into 1,200, it is 24 lakh. Valuation of the house, we expected life of similar structure we assume to be 75 years and age of the building as 40 years and 35 years as is of future life of the structure on 1st April 2001. So depreciation 40 upon 70 into 90, 10% we assuming the salvage value, 48% will be the assuming salvage value. So assuming salvage value as 10%, so depreciation will be 48%. This you know. So depreciation, depreciated value 5,000 minus 5,000 into 48 upon 100, 5,000 minus 2,400, 2,600 per square meter. And if you calculate value of the structure 400 square meter into 2,600 square, value comes out to be 10,40,000. And then if you add both of them, 24 lakh plus 10,000, 10 lakh 40,000, value comes out to be 34 lakh 40,000. And indexing, you know how the indexing is to be done. So index cost based in the year 2001, index cost we assume is base 100, and it is given in the year 2019, it is 280. You can check it from the site. So 280. So here the cost comes out to be 96 lakh 32,000. Now see, here we have applied the straight line method of depreciation. Now instead of straight line method of depreciation, if you apply sinking fund method of depreciation, so what will be the difference now? Now we will check that.
Friends, this is the most important point to be learned as a valuer. And you will be able to defend your report also if you use this type of calculation. This is most important method, and most of the valuers are unaware about this. Some senior valuers are present in this meeting, but this method is still a hidden method, and most of the valuers might not be doing this thing. If you use this method, you can be able to defend your report as well as you can be able to favor your client without doing any illegal activities. Yes, please continue.
Now see, valuation of the land, as far as land is concerned, there will not be much difference. Your rate is 1200 per square meter, and 2000 square meter is the length plot area, and the value of the land comes out to be 24 lakh as in the first case. Now see in the second case, future life we assume it to be 35 lakh 35 years, and valuation land as 24 lakh. Valuation of the house we know, expected life 75 year, age of the building as 40 years, and future life of the structure as on 35 years. Now see, if we assume 10% salvage value and we apply sinking fund method, it means if salvage value is 10%, you have to consider 90% of the value will depreciate. So for depreciation by sinking fund method, you know the formula. For sinking fund, you have to calculate IC and you have to calculate S. IC is depreciation. This is sinking fund coefficient. So it is R upon 1 plus R raised to power n minus 1. So here n is total life of the building. So total life of the building in our case is, what is total life of the building?
75.
75. So n is 75, and we assume sinking fund at 7%. You put all the values here. So sinking fund will come out to be 0.000445. This IC will come out to be 0.000445. Okay. And then this S is amount of ₹1 cumulative amount of ₹1. It means if you are depositing ₹1 every year in the bank for how many years? It is here n is future age of the building, which is 40 years. So you will be depositing amount in the future. So see here, it is not total life.
देखिए S calculate करने के लिए आपको future age of the building mind में रखना है, क्योंकि जितने देर अभी बिल्डिंग एग्जिस्ट करेगी उतनी देर ही आप S accumulate कर पाएंगे. ये आपको बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट है. In the upper in the first formula, N is life of the building, and here N is future age of the building. For calculating S, you need to consider the balance life of the building. उसी में आपको interest मिलेगा. Means suppose you are depositing anything in the bank, and you will get only interest for the future days for which it will be kept in the bank. So for calculating S, you need to keep in mind the future age of the building. Yes, sir.
So you calculate this. So see here the depreciation 0.00445 IC and this S is 199.63 and 0.9 is the amount which you have to collect. So it comes out to be 7.914. So see here that how much was the depreciation in the first case when you have applied straight line method. What was the percentage of depreciation?
58.
So now what is the depreciation percentage?
About 7.
About 7 or at the most 8%. So now if you calculate the cost comes out to be 18,40,000. 400 into 4,600, 18,40,000. And in the first case, the cost was 10,40,000. A difference of 8 lakh. Even after applying depreciation. So when you do indexing, see when you do indexing, for the cost comes out to be total 24 lakh plus 18,40,000, 42,40,000. Add both of them, 42,40,000. And if you do indexing, it comes out to be 42,40,000 into 280 upon 100, 1,18,72,000. See the difference. In the first case, it was 96,32,000. And in the second case, it is 1,18,72,000. A huge difference of 22,40,000 after indexing. And on this 20% is the capital gain tax. The person will save 4,48,000.
By using this method, your client will be able to save a tax of 4,48,000. And this method is legally permitted by the tax authorities to use by a valuer. By using this method, you will be able to help your client to save a tax of 4,48,000. Means 4,48,000, 4.5 लाख उसको बचेगा सेम बिल्डिंग के ऊपर, तो वो आपकी फीस देने में कभी भी एतराज नहीं करेगा. इट इज फॉर द वैल्यूअर्स पर्सपेक्टिव. तो आपको ये चीज ख्याल रखना चाहिए विद इन द लीगल बाउंड्रीज. You have to, if you want to defend your client for a better output, then you can use this method, and it is legally permitted by the tax authorities to use by a valuer while calculating the exact amount. Yes.
So now, but the thing is that you can use only this for residential buildings. So you can use it for industrial buildings also, but only in that case if the industry is not maintaining its books of account. So if the company is maintaining its books of account, and you know in the books of account every year the building is depreciated, and in the books of account their written down value of the building is given, noted. They have been claiming depreciation on the building every year. And if they have been using or claiming depreciation every year, then you cannot apply depreciation again. And in that case, you can use only the value which is given in their books of accounts. Then there is problem. So remember, for industrial buildings or for buildings which are being used by the firms or companies. So first of all, you have to ask whether they are having books of account, and if they are having books of accounts, whether they have claimed depreciation on their buildings. And if they are claiming, then what is the value given in their books as written down value? That will be the value of the building which for which capital gain tax will be calculated. This is important thing. So we will be taking an example.
Sir, on doubt, sir.
Sir, this thing, yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yeah, in this, as you said, in industries, they will maintain that book of accounts. What is the situation for them to calculate the depreciation value and why they are accounting it, where they will be using it, sir?
So basically what happens is when you have an industry, or we can say the large industries, they have to keep and maintain their books of accounts. Okay, so based upon their, let us suppose they have constructed a building as on today, and they have about, let us suppose this, the building industry started in 2010, and in their books of accounts, the value of machinery was 10 crore and the value of building was 8 crore in 2010. And in 2011, what they will do? Will it remain same or will it change?
It will reduce.
It will reduce, and it will reduce by an amount that will be equals to depreciation of machinery part and depreciation of building part separately.
Okay, sir.
Sir, one more doubt, sir.
Yes.
Will IT department will accept sinking fund method, sir?
Yes.
Depreciation.
Yes, sir.
IT department will accept the sinking fund method,
Yes,
sir?
yes, sir. Yes, sir. They will accept. They will accept. That is why I have told you to use this method.
This is value of R, we can assume it.
Yes, sir.
Value of R, it's the rate of interest which we are taking.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can.
Okay.
This I have given you just an example. It is for you to consider. At that time, what will be the value of R? What is everything you can, but at the same time, it is your duty to assume it based upon certain facts. Yes, sir. Kameshwar Rao ji.
Sir, in previous slide,
Hello. Yes, sir.
Hello. Sir, in previous slide, what is that 280 divided by 100? In previous slide, in previous slide. Sir, keep it. Right, sir.
Okay.
Next one, sir. Next one.
This is indexing.
Yeah. 280 by 100. Index. Okay.
Indexing. You might not be. You are from
Hello.
22nd batch.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Sir, from where can we get this indexing, sir?
Sir, this is given. You can go and on the from the net you can calculate. You can get CPWD cost index.
Hello.
There's too much noise and couldn't hear you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Couldn't hear you, sir. There was noise from somewhere, sir.
Sorry, not able to understand. Your voice is not clear.
Sir, I was just asking, indexing, from where can we get this figures of indexing, the exact website or link?
Sir, you can see here.
Percentage of sinking fund, how much we can consider, how is it, sir?
Yes, sir.
Percentage of sinking fund.
So percentage of sinking fund you have to calculate, sir. Rate of interest.
Yeah, rate of interest. That 7%.
So it is for you to decide. Sir, no rate of interest is given.
How can we defend to IT department that 7%, sir? Not required.
Basically, it is from 3.5 to 4.5% sinking fund rate.
Yeah.
They know it. When we are on somewhat on higher side, we are taking
Okay.
it to be 7%.
Okay, okay.
Sir, actually, can we apply this sinking fund method or WD method
We
for
can apply. You can have CBDT cost index from this side.
for slump sale purpose, sir?
Anji?
For slump sale purpose, which is the best method, sir?
For
Slump sale, sir. The whole
you can apply this method, sir, when you are doing valuation for capital gain purpose. Whatever type of building it is.
In the specification of building,
Anji?
sir, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are audible.
Namaste. Sir,
Namaste.
in the specification of building, it was given mud fusk terracing. What is that?
Sir, basically what happens is when the slab is casted, over it a layer of mud फसका मीन्स के अगर आप हिंदी में बात करें तो जो मिट्टी का गारा होता है उसकी एक लेयर अप्लाई की जाती है तो इट एक्ट एज एन इंसुलेशन फॉर हीट द बेसिक एम इज दैट अर्थ इज heat resistant. It provides insulation from the heat. So most of the heat comes from the roofing part. And if you have applied a layer of mud faska first over the RCC slab, in the we were applying 2 layers of hot bitumen over which you can apply a layer of mud faska and over which you can have tile terracing. This mud faska is a layer of earth.
मड क्ले भी बोल सकते हैं.
Yes, sir. Your mud clay.
Over which then tiles will be placed.
Over which tiles will be placed.
Okay. Thank
This
you.
is what is done. This is the trend, which is this must. The basic aim is to have an insulation layer.
Okay.
So as you know, in the olden times when mud bricks were using, walls thickness was higher.
Yeah.
Houses do not need any fan. You don't need any fan. You don't need any
AC
or etc.
Plus, it gives slope to the
Yes,
terrace.
sir. So with the mud faska, you can have a slope for draining rainwater.
Thank you.
Okay. So now we'll be discussing an example where you cannot use plinth area rates or any other rates in case of industrial structures for which the owner or the company authorities have been maintaining books of accounts. The assessee company purchased a factory plot area 1000 square meter in 1919 at a cost of ₹5 lakh. Factory building of 800 square meter built up area was constructed on the plot in 1994 at a cost of 22 lakh. The property was sold on 31st March 2021 for ₹1,70 lakh. Depreciation on building was claimed by the company from 1994 to 2020. See here. The company has claimed depreciation from 1994 to 2020 and written down value. Written down value on 1st April to 2020 was 10 lakh. So this was the value of the building in the books of accounts of the company. Someone is trying these lines. Please don't do this. So this was the value of the building in the books of accounts of the company. Now, land rate in 2001 was 1000 square meter and 2020 and was 500 square meter per square meter. Guideline rate was
Sir, it was by mistake. Please remove it. Hello.
Yes, sir.
It was by mistake, sir. Can you remove it?
Yes, sir. It is not in my hands, sir. Only that person who has done it can. Chalo, anyway, leave it. So land rate in 2001 was 1000 square meter and 2021 was guideline rate was 5000 per square meter. So compute the capital gain tax for limited company, 20% long-term capital gain and short-term. The assessee falls is marginal tax bracket income tax 30%. Cost index inflation index in 2021 was 300. One, the factory building does not form part of the block asset guideline value in 2001 was 800 per square meter. Sorry, this was construction rate. Please go through it once again. Huh?
This may be the data you have collected at the time of your visit or before accepting the assignment while doing this valuation. The assessee company purchased a factory plot area 1000 square meter in 1990. The date of purchase in 1990 at the cost of 5 lakhs. Means book value is 5 lakhs. Factory building of 800 square meter built up area was constructed on the plot in 1994. Means year of construction 1994 and area square foot area means area of construction is 800 meters square and the cost as mentioned in their record is 22 lakhs. The property was sold on 31st March. Means date of sale is 31st March 2021. 2021 31st March means 2021 का आपको cost index लगना है 21-22 का नहीं लगेगा. You need to apply the cost index of 2021, not 21 to 22. For rupees, the amount of sale is 1 crore 70 lakhs. Depreciation on the building was claimed by the company from itna. WDV means written down value means they are maintaining the books. It is very much clear from the question that they are maintaining the books, and at the time of collection of data, if you find the building is mentioned in their balance sheet, then WDV must be recorded in that record. On 1/4/2020 means in last financial year is rupees 10 lakhs. Depreciation is very much given in the book of records. Then land rate in 2001 was 1000 per square meter. This is the historical data available to you. And in 21, construction rate was rupees itna per square meter. That you need to collect from your sources. Yes, sir. Please continue.
land rate in 2001 was 1000 square meter and 2021 was 5000 per square meter. Now see in this question, first thing is as far as land rate is concerned, if you have to calculate cost of land, which cost you will apply? This is the cost of acquisition in 1990. This is the land rate, market rate, 1000 per square meter. And this is a guideline rate, 800 rupees per square meter. Which of the three you will apply?
Least value of a guideline value and market value.
So it is least
Guideline.
value of market value or guideline value. So of course you will apply it 800 per square meter for calculate the cost of land. This is what the authorities have said. So see here, as per section 50A of Income Tax Act, the factory building constituted depreciable asset in the working of capital gain tax on WDV of the building is admissible as deduction. However, the assessee can claim index cost of benefit on the land value. So you can have only index costing of land value only, and then written down value of the building will be the cost of building for calculation of tax capital gain.
The most important section 50A to be kept in mind while doing any valuation for IT department. Section 50A. Most of us forgot to consider this section while issuing the valuation.
Okay. So land rate in 2001, 1000 square meter into 1000 square meter, 10 lakh. Guideline value in 2001, 1000 square meter into 800, 8 lakh. So minimum of the two land will be considered as of 2001 as 8 lakh. And you can have index value, index land value 8 lakh into 301 upon 100, because in 2021 it is 301. So land value, index cost of land value is 24 lakh 8,000. So now he has sold this value. So land value in 21,000, he has sold it for rupees 5,000 per square meter. Means he has sold it for 50 lakh. And index cost of acquisition is 24 lakh 8,000. So the long-term capital gain on land will be 50 lakh minus 24 lakh 8,000, means 25 lakh 92,000. So now building component. So what? So total he has sold for 1 crore 70 lakh. See, he has sold for 1 crore 70 lakh, out of which 50 lakh is the cost of land. So what will be the cost of the building? The cost of the building will be 1 crore 20 lakh. So as far as sale deed is registered, sale deed is registered for 1 crore 70 lakh, and you know market rate is 5,000 per square meter, means 1 crore 20 lakh is the rate of building. Now whether we can take 1 crore 20 lakh as the building rate, you cannot take 1 crore 20 lakh. So building rate will be, because in their books of accounts, WD written down value in their books of account is 10 lakh. So they can claim tax for taxing purposes, capital gain tax purposes, the value of the building will be 10 lakh only. Whatever is the value of the building as of now in the market, it has nothing to do with that. No depreciated replacement cost, no replacement cost, nothing. It will be 10 lakh. And this is on which date? 1st April 2020. So here the cost of construction will be taken as 10 lakh only. See here now. So permissible reduction for the building under section 50A is 10 lakh. So sale price for the building is 1 crore 20 lakh, out of which 10 lakh is the value of the building. Index cost of building is 10 lakh, so tax will be levied on 1 crore 10 lakh. So now another thing you know, see, because for land was purchased much before 3 years. The company has held the asset land more than 3 years, it will attract long-term capital gain, and long-term capital gain is applied at 20%. See here the difference. So over the land, 20% capital gain tax will be applied. But for building, see here, it is assumed that company has, because it has shown written down value as on 1st April 2020, so it is sold in 2021, it will attract short-term capital gain. And on the building, short-term capital gain of 30% will be applied. So it will be 33 lakh, and total out of 1 crore 70 lakh, company has to pay 38 lakh 18,400 as capital gain tax.
फिर सर कंपनी रिटर्न डाउन वैल्यू ज्यादा क्यों नहीं रख लेती, फिर उनको टैक्स कम पड़ेगा?
हर कंपनी तो हर साल वैल्यूएशन डेप्रिशिएट करती है, तो अपने बुक्स ऑफ अकाउंट्स में उसे तो पता नहीं था कि हमने सेल करनी है। ये तो सेट एक प्रोसीजर है, अकाउंटिंग का प्रोसीजर है, तो अकाउंटिंग has nothing to do with that. So every year they apply depreciation.
Sir, Schedule 2 is given in the Companies Act. I think you must be aware that one news was published by CPWD.in few days back. We have to calculate the depreciation in that chart. Each and everything is mentioned on which how much depreciation can be calculated as per law. You cannot go beyond or below that chart. Schedule 2. It is very much available in Companies Act 2013 on the last pages.
Sir, what is the significance of this long-term and short-term?
Sir, long-term capital gain is applied if the asset is held for more than 3 years. If the asset is held by the owner, let us suppose you buy a property in 2001 and you sell it in 2011. So how much time you have held it? For more than 10 years. And let us suppose you buy it in 2001 and you sell it in 2003. You held it for 2 years only, less than 3 years. If it is less than 3 years, it will be termed as short-term capital gain.
Okay.
And short-term capital gain is applied at 30% and long-term capital gain is applied at 20%.
Sir, hello. Excuse me, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, my question is that suppose I sold a property for say X amount.
Yes, sir.
And immediately I will purchase a property of X amount, same amount. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Carry on.
Then what will be the case exactly? Sir,
if you have sold it for X amount.
Okay.
Okay. You have purchased it for Y amount.
No, I sold it for X amount and immediately I purchased a different property for X amount, same amount.
Yeah, yes, sir. Oh, that is another thing. If you have sold a property and you have invested that amount within 3 years for purchasing a residential property, same amount, then it will not attract capital gain. It has to be residential property, or you can invest it in government bonds, for which the money will be blocked for at least 5 years.
As you said, sir, it should be residential property. So
yes, sir. For the property which you buy, it should be residential.
So suppose at present I have one residence, one house in my name, and I will purchase one more house. So will it be considered?
Oh, it has nothing to do with that.
We can have n number of residents. I mean,
you can have in n number of and again you have to keep them for at least 3 years. It is not that you buy, you got relaxation in capital gain and you sell it.
Okay.
You have to hold that property for at least 3 years.
Thank you.
Here the building construction also more than 3 years, and sir, why it is applied short-term capital gain tax?
Yes, sir.
The building also, it is more than 3 years. Land, it is applied 20% long capital gain
they
tax.
have claimed their depreciation written down value as in the books on 1st April 2020.
Okay.
Suppose
it was the value on the books of account in 1st April 2020, and they have sold it on 2021.
Okay. Okay, sir.
सर कंस्ट्रक्शन सपोज 1/4/2001 के बाद किया होता है तो हम इन केस कैसे केवल लैंड वैल्यू ही लेते हैं ना?
अगर कंस्ट्रक्शन 1/4/2001 के बाद का किया है तो सर फिर वो जो कंस्ट्रक्शन वैल्यू आएगी आपकी वही होगी आपकी कैपिटल गेन के लिए, उस पे डेप्रिसिएशन नहीं लगाओगे। अगर 2001 से पहले किया तो डेप्रिसिएशन लगाओगे। मान लो अगर आपने 1991 में कंस्ट्रक्शन की है तो 2001 में कितनी पुरानी होगी बिल्डिंग? 10 साल, ठीक है ना? तो उस पे आप डेप्रिसिएशन लगाओ। अगर आपने कंस्ट्रक्शन 2008 में की है तो फिर आप डेप्रिसिएशन नहीं लगाओगे, लेकिन उसमें क्या होगा कि आपका जो बेस ईयर होगा वो 2008 हो जाएगा। आपका जो यहाँ पर आप 280/100 कर रहे हैं, यहाँ पे 301/100 कर रहे हैं। यहाँ पे जब आप यहाँ पे कर रहे हैं आप 280/100, सो यहाँ पे इट विल बी नॉट 280/100, सो इट विल बी, अगर 2008 का है तो मान लो 2008 में 167 है तो वहां पे 167 आ जाएगा। मीन्स के 2008 से लेके 220 तक कितना बड़ा, फिर वहां पे ये चीज आ जाएगी। इज इट क्लियर?
Say the building life is 60 years, so after 10 years only you can apply depreciation?
Yes, sir. Sir, you have to, for capital gain, you have to check it. If the building was constructed after 2001, no depreciation. Only difference will be the indexing part. If the building is constructed is before 2001, then you have to check what is the year of construction. Let us suppose the building was constructed in 1980. You are doing valuation as on 2001. Then how much, for how much year you will apply depreciation?
21
it will be for 21 years. It will be for
21 years.
And then no indexing. So it will be calculated as on 2001. But if the building was constructed after 2001, then you need not to apply depreciation. The only difference will be, let us suppose the building was constructed in 2008, and in 2008 the cost index was 167, let us suppose. So then instead of 280 upon 100, it will be 280 upon 167.
Sir, one practical problem, sir.
Yes, sir.
This year 2001, like rate of the land is not available. And then that time, how to calculate the market value, sir? 2000, it is a practical question. It is not.
So it is a practical question, sir. And it is your duty to find out the market value. You should visit your concerned sub-registrar, and you can check the value from there at which rate the sale deeds were registered for that area in 2001.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay. Otherwise, let us suppose you have a rate for 2003. Let us suppose you are having a rate for 2003. What you can do?
We can go for the back calculation.
Yes, but that is not allowed in index. You cannot do back calculation in income tax. They are not allowing back calculation. You can do only forward calculation, remember. So it is your duty, either you go to the concerned registrar office or you send your client to collect the data from there. You have to collect the data, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
The same building is constructed in 2010. Today it is at 12 years old, 13 years old. So we cannot consider depreciation in that case, sir.
Sir, no. Let us suppose the building is constructed in 2010 and today you have sold it in 2021. So 2021 was 301. Sorry. Cost index was 301 and cost index in
17, sir.
Yes, sir. And cost index in 2010 is 167. Then you have to take cost index of that year, not of 2001.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
It will be there, sir. Even though
basically for capital gain, you need to consider the investment on the asset. So in that year, how much you invested and how much is it cost as on date is basically capital gain depend on that, not on depreciation.
Okay, sir. We can have a tea break of some time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So friends, let's take a short tea break of 15 minutes. Sir, I think 15 minutes come se come chahiye.
Yes, sir. Well, we can have it.
Yes,
we will rejoin at 11:55. We can see.
Yeah, we can take a tea break of 20 minutes. It is 11:35 now. We will rejoin at 11:55. And after joining, you can ask any doubt related to the topics we have learned till now. And then we will continue with the we will further continue the session. Till then, you can switch off your screens up to 11:50.
Okay.